Welcome into Quicksand TV. So I've had some people reaching out to me about how I have my tone mapping set up with the HDR gaming. So I thought I'd do a quick video showing the exact gaming settings that I use right now when I'm playing Modern Warfare 2 or God of War Ragnarok here, things like that. So let me go on into the settings. And you can see I have HDR game optimizer on here, aspect ratio original, advanced settings, brightness at 100, contrast at 100, black level at 50. And you can see right here dynamic tone mapping is on. If I go in here and toggle a few of these, you'll see the changes right away. You can see on camera there that when I turned it off, it got significantly dimmer. HGIG, there is a very slight bump in brightness when I go from off, like when I go off and then back on. I could see it in person very slightly. So in other words, when you have dynamic tone mapping off or HGIG on, the brightness level is going to be significantly lower than when you have this on. So whenever I'm playing HDR games such as this one or Modern Warfare 2, I have it on. So let's back out of here. These down here don't really need to talk about too much. Color. Here's another area where mine might be different than others. So let's go down in here let's start with fine tune. And you could see on color adjustment, I have it on medium. And I understand that might increase lag a little bit or input delay a little bit. It's not enough for me to worry about. I'm not trying to be a professional Call of Duty player or anything like that. So if there's just a little bit of input delay or lag or whatever, because I have this turned on, I'm okay with that, because the trade-off for that is it gives me enough of a color bump that it makes the games look beautiful. So that's worth it in my opinion. And the other one that I've changed since some videos back is you can see here I have color temperature on warm 50 now. So let me talk about that for a minute. Get out of these menus. So the reason why I switched back is when I did some of my original HDR gaming setting videos, the TV wasn't completely broken in yet. I was still under 200 hours, so I don't believe the TV had completely settled in yet. And the settings that I was using at that time were like a good holding place for where things are now. So at the time I made that video, the HDR gaming settings video, I believe I had the color temp at warm 20 instead of warm 50. And that gave me a nice bump in brightness from where things were. And it didn't have too much of a blue push, but it didn't have too much of that kind of, I don't want to say reddish or yellowish, but the colors definitely look drastically different when you're on warm 50 versus 0. So, but since then, I'm well over 200 hours now. The TV is completely settled in. And since then, I went ahead and dropped it to warm 50. And I think it looks great. It looks fantastic. Now, just for example's sake, let's go back in and let's mess around with that for a second. Oh, wrong one. Let's go in here. Let's go to white balance. Let's pull this up. So I'm at warm 50. Let's go back to where I was in the beginning. So I don't know how well this is translating on camera, but in person, after the TV has settled in and everything, it is a little bit brighter than when I have it on warm 50, but there is a noticeable blue push compared to what I've been used to gaming on warm 50 now. That you might like that more, that's fine. Not saying this is right or wrong, but before the TV had settled in and fully broken in, warm 20 looked fantastic. Now, in my eyes, it looks like it has a little bit too much blue. So when I pull this back down to 50, it looks fantastic. So that's one thing to kind of keep in mind if you're just picking up your LG C2 or you're picking one up here pretty soon. Out of the box for the first 200 hours, you might want to experiment with somewhere between 0 and warm 50 and see how you like it. But after the break-in period, go ahead and try it out at warm 50 and see if you like it better at that point. So again, this was just kind of a short video doing a little quick walkthrough of when I'm playing HDR games. Am I running dynamic tone mapping on? Yes. Am I running it at warm 20 still? No. I went ahead and dropped it to warm 50. And I do have some color adjustment on there. I have mine at medium. So again, appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed my content, if you checked out some of my other videos on the channel, or you enjoyed this particular video, drop a like on it, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification, as I'll continually have more videos like this in a more discussional format with people in the community. Thanks for watching.